Hey guys, how you been, dude? Check it out, this is the shortest length of time between two videos. I don't know, man, I guess you can say I'm officially a YouTuber or something. I don't know, man, maybe. Also, in that very short amount of time, a lot has happened to me. School started, I'm working on a screenplay now. I started reading books, which is something I didn't really do before. Books are cool though. You guys should read more books. It's fun. You might notice this little number behind me. This is a photo wall that I started. So that's pretty fun, pretty tight. But you know what? Enough about me, all right? I updated you guys on my life so far. It's only fair that I listen to your updates on your lives. So go ahead. I'll give you a couple seconds. Just take this time. Tell me everything. Really confide in me. Tell me your deepest, darkest secrets. I can't hear you anyways. Go ahead. I just got a lot of dirt on you. All right, enough chit chat though. Let's start the video. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Ladies and gents, I am sad to announce that there is yet another social media platform that has fell victim to what I like to call TikTokification. See, TikTok is an amazing app, okay? It's addicting, the algorithm is freakishly good, and the content short 6 years that it's been out, it's already one of the biggest social media platforms out today. And honestly, for my money, I'd say it's the biggest platform out today. And I think it's because it has the same appeal that Vine did. God rest her soul. See, before Vine, I don't think there were really any short form content platforms that existed, at least any mainstream ones. See, back in the day, YouTube was king. If you wanted to make video content on the internet, YouTube is where you went. If you wanted to watch video content on the internet, YouTube is where you went. If you wanted to learn how to get free Robux using the Inspect Element feature on Google Chrome, YouTube is where you went. But when Vine became a thing, people really started getting a taste of that sweet, attention span killing, short form. It was new, it was exciting. The premise of getting a nice fat hit of entertainment in just 6 seconds was revolutionary. But when Vine died, most of the Viners migrated to YouTube and started making long form content. Thus, YouTube remained king. And I think this is why TikTok has had the immense success that it's had, because it filled the gaping V-shaped hole in the zeitgeist. It gave us a mainstream platform to consume that sweet, short entertainment again. Long story short, Vine walked so TikTok could run. But here's the thing. This is where the conflict starts, okay? Because TikTok has become so popular and so successful that every other social media platform feels the need to become the next TikTok. And I think the most noticeable examples of this are YouTube Shorts and the ever so infamous Instagram Reels. Ugh. I get grossed out just thinking about it. Now, before I continue, I do want to point out that good friend of the channel, Jarvis Johnson, actually made a video about Instagram and its Reels fiasco. So if you watch that video, there may be some overlap. And if you didn't watch that video, you should watch it after this one, my friend. I mean, we all know Jarvis Johnson can use a shout out from me. Also, before, when I said that he was a good friend of the channel, he's not a good friend of the channel. He doesn't know I exist. But you know what? I'd like to think that if he did know I exist, he would be a good friend of the channel. So Jarvis, if you happen to see this, what do you say? Let's collab, my friend. So I actually searched up when Instagram Reels first came out while doing some research for this video, and it came out in August of 2020. Am I the only one who can't believe this? I mean, it's so deeply rooted in Instagram now. I could have sworn it came out in 2018, but no, it's only been 2 years, dude. I mean, think about it. Just a mere 2 years ago, you had the Instagram that you miss now. An Instagram that was still photos focused. An Instagram that wasn't pushing a reel on you every other post on your feed. Only 2 years ago. Man, the good old days. I mean, we were in the height of a global world-stopping pandemic, but at least Instagram didn't look like this. I just really hate how aggressive Instagram is being at trying to be the next TikTok. And this is like a prime example of what I hate about white collar corporate execs like the dummies over at Instagram, because 9 times out of 10, they are so tone deaf to to what their audience actually wants. Because I don't know a single person that actually likes Instagram Reels. Like, best case scenario, people are indifferent to them. That is the best case scenario. That is the highest amount of liking I have seen from another person. I mean, except for the people who haven't downloaded TikTok yet because they feel like it makes them superior in some way. But we don't talk about them anyways. Actually, you know what? If you're one of those people watching this video now, let go. Just download the app, man. It's your TikTok abstinence went from noble to weird very quick. It's just, everyone's doing it, just do it. Anyways, back to how Instagram sucks. I don't know, man, I just feel like the people at Instagram HQ saw that TikTok was doing so well, and their caveman brains thought, oh, TikTok do well, we become TikTok, we do well. And they started smashing everything, because they're cavemen. And that's what cavemen do. And the craziest part to me is that with all the backlash they got about saying that they want to become a video-centered platform, this was their response.
There's a lot going on Instagram right now. We're experimenting with a number of different changes to the app. And so we're hearing a lot of concerns from all of you. So I wanted to take a few moments and clarify a few things. The second thing I'm hearing a lot of concerns about right now are photos and how we're shifting to video. I need to be honest. I do believe that more and more of Instagram is going to become video over time. If you look at what people like and consume and view on Instagram, that's also shifting more and more to video over time, even when we stop changing anything. So we're going to have to lean into that shift.
It's so insane to me that they basically just said, you know what, guys? We hear you. We understand you. We don't care. And like, the thing that sucks about it is I don't even think people would be opposed to Instagram becoming a video-centered platform if it was like some unique and original way to implement video. I mean, I hate how Instagram is trying to trick us into believing that they're focusing on video for a more immersive creator experience to allow for more creativity on the platform, when they really just want to be another TikTok clone. And the thing about Instagram Reels is that the experience is objectively worse than just using TikTok. The content is worse, the algorithm is worse, and the UI is much, much worse. Instagram, let me talk to you for a second. A little piece of advice here, okay? When a user taps the screen of a video, it's because they want to pause the video, not mute it. I can't even comprehend why Instagram, why every other platform in existence pauses whatever you're watching when you tap it, or at least the pause button pops up, right? Who thought that muting was such an integral part of someone's experience watching a video that it should take place over pausing a video? I have had this gripe with Instagram Reels ever since it came out, because it honestly just doesn't make sense to me. Like, who came up with that idea? You know what, you know when you have an itch that you've been scratching for a while, and then you look at the itch and you realize it's a paper cut, and then it starts to burn even more just because you know that you've been scratching an itch? Yeah, I want whoever came up with that idea to feel that at least twice a week. It's their punishment for making something so dumb. Anyways, let's move on to YouTube Shorts now. YouTube Shorts. Now, I have less of a problem with YouTube Shorts than I do with Instagram Reels, but then again, it's like, just why? I just feel like it brings no like value to the platform, and it's just like a really cheap way to keep people on YouTube instead of going over to TikTok. And I think I feel that way mainly because, at least in my experience, there's not an ounce of original content on YouTube Shorts. Like, all of the shorts on my feed are just like recycled clips from like a TV show or movie or a podcast. So many podcasts. I mean, there are even a lot of times where I just get recycled TikToks, like with the watermark and everything. And for how big YouTube was like pushing creators to make shorts with their like shorts fund, you would think that they would prioritize originality. I mean, after all, if no one's posting original content on the platform, there's really nothing keeping me there. And I mean, I can understand why YouTube felt like they needed to have some sort of short form platform on their site, but I don't think shorts are necessary. I mean, I'm a YouTube kid, so I may be a little biased, but like, YouTube, you're good, bro. Like, you're the platform. If anyone wants to watch a video that isn't like a TikTok or something, they go to you. Long form content like this isn't going anywhere, especially me. I'm not going anywhere. So I feel like you should just focus all your energy on long form stuff, and just keep the short form stuff to the other guys. They got it, they're good. You're the only place for long form content on the internet. So why do you care about this other stuff? And I understand expansion and other business opportunities and all that business mumbo jumbo, but I just think it's weird, man. Like, that'd be like if rom-coms were like making a rise again, so then someone like Jordan Peele decided that they're gonna direct a rom-com, even though he's like one of the biggest horror directors out today. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. YouTube, stick to the stuff you know. Stick to the status quo. It's just weird for you guys to step into short form stuff when you don't need it. And God knows there's some other things that you could be working on instead.
YouTube. You guys either play favorites, you are racist, or it's a mix of the two. These are the three options, YouTube. Which one is it?
I'm just kidding. Susan, please don't shadow ban me. I need this. Okay, so out of all the TikTok clones, this one has got to be the dumbest, okay? This is the reason I made this video. But before we jump into the nitty grits here, let's just go through how I even found out about this. Because God knows it wasn't through word of mouth. So I can't remember why, but I went on Snapchat the other day. I can't really tell you why. I haven't used that app in years. I honestly don't know what called me back to it all of a sudden. As a matter of fact, me personally, I feel like if you're a high school graduate or older, you shouldn't be using Snapchat anyways. To me, it feels very much like a high school teenager-y kind of app.
What's your Snap?
So if you're one of those people, it's time to move on. Adults use TikTok stories. Anyways, I saw this new tab in the bottom right corner of the app, and it looked like a little play button. So my first thought was that it was like those Snapchat original shows that they used to make. Do they still make them? I don't know. And then I remembered good friend of the channel Drew Gooden's video on Snapchat's crappy shows. So I decided, you know what? Let's see if they've updated anything. Let's see if it's really as crappy as I remember when watching the video. Let's just do a quick scroll. So I click on the tab, and this is what I find. It isn't another damn TikTok clone. If I've asked it once, I've asked it a million times. Why? At this point, I really just want to know who is using Snapchat spotlights. You know the vibe that Snapchat spotlights gives me? It's like when you're watching a movie or a TV show where the protagonist is like scrolling on social media and they don't have the rights to use TikTok, so they create a fake version of it called Clock Pop or something, and it's just so jarringly fake and it just completely takes you out of the scene because it's so obvious that it's supposed to represent an actual platform. Yeah, Snapchat spotlights. Scrolling around in this section actively makes me feel like an NPC. It feels so brain dead. It just feels like there's no real creativity. It's just people doing trends or something that's been done a million times already. There's no substance. So I guess you can say it's kind of like YouTube's Explore page. Am I right? This Explore page. Susan, I really am sorry. I don't mean to do this. Please don't shadow ban me. I need this. Anyways, if I'm being honest, this video might spark some controversy, because I think I might be exposing Snapchat's dirty little secrets right now. I think there's something a little sketch going on. I think Snapchat is secretly pulling a Ryan and plumping up their numbers. And here's why I think that. Because every single video, or I guess these are called spotlights, every single spotlight has millions of views. Millions. Like, I would say 98% of them have at least 1 million views. And I absolutely refuse to believe that there are even 500,000 people using Snapchat spotlights in the first place. I cannot believe that. My brain refuses to believe that. So there is no way that all of these videos are getting millions of views. It's not true. So I am almost completely certain that those numbers are at least somewhat fake. Allegedly, Snapchat, do not sue me if you come across this video somehow. Alleged. Like, even if you go into the comment section, there are exponentially less comments than there should be given the amount of views. Like, take this video on TikTok. This TikTok has exactly 1.1 million views. So actually a lot less than a lot of the other spotlights are getting. And it has more than 800 comments. It would take you like 10 minutes of complete non-stop scrolling to get to the bottom. Now, a lot of these spotlights don't even have comments enabled, sketchy, but the ones that do, you scroll for like 5 seconds and then you reach the bottom. And it's consistently like that for every spotlight.
That's suspicious.
Oh, and you know all the crap that I gave to Instagram Reels for not pausing the video when you click on it? Guess what Snapchat does? It just goes to the next video. Snapchat, why? Why would you do that? Why do you feel it necessary to have 2 ways to move on to the next spotlight, swiping or tapping, in lieu of just having a pause button? Why are so many platforms not getting the concept of a pause button? Like in the 30 minutes or so that I was using Snapchat spotlights for research, you have no idea how frustrating it was to always try and pause the spotlight only for it to scroll to the next one. It felt like one of those like rage games. It was...
Made me angry.
Oh, and the content? The content is mind-numbingly plain. Every spotlight is either like a stupid challenge from like 2017 or like a dumb life hack or an obviously fake prank or just like a really dumb skit, all that kind of stuff. Oh, and there was a surprising amount of sexual content on spotlights. Like weirdly a lot. Like I feel like the more I kept scrolling, the more sexual stuff I would get. Most of my page would be dumb, IQ lowering stuff like this, and then all of a sudden this spotlight pops up, and this happens so frequently that I think Snapchat is like doing this on purpose. Hear me out here, because we've already established that at least I think Snapchat is more of like a high school sort of app, or at least that's their bigger demographic. So if I'm to look at this from a teenage boy's point of view, when his body is exploding with hormones and the only thing on his mind is boobies and video games, it makes sense that Snapchat spotlights is so sexualized. See, when you first start scrolling, you scroll and you scroll, and then you get a little bored, and then Snapchat gives you just enough of a thirst trap to keep you excited and keep you scrolling, right? Keep you on the platform. And then you keep scrolling, you start getting bored again, and boom, another thirst trap. Then the more you scroll, the more frequently the thirst traps get, and the more you stay on the platform. And it's like some sick little mind game where they're taking advantage of kids' exploding sex drives. And you might think that I'm crazy to think this, but let's be honest here. This isn't the first time that Snapchat has benefited from horny little kids. Also, it kind of looks like only a certain amount of people can create spotlights. I don't know if it's like a follower count thing, or I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's the case because the internet says anybody can post one, but I've tried to post one multiple times just to see, and the option was never there. So I don't really know how Snapchat navigates the content that gets posted on there, but I don't care. I really feel like Snapchat Spotlights is a place you go when you just want to turn off your brain. My other light died, now it looks so dark. And not in like a relaxy sort of way, more in like a
why am I doing this to myself? I can feel my brain rot
sort of way. Anyways, personally, I've had enough Snapchat for a millennium, so I'm just gonna end this segment here. Hey guys, Editing Ramdy here. So after I filmed this video, Twitter got a new update. Can you guess what they did? No, they didn't go completely vertical video, but they did like a hybrid vertical video sort of thing, which kind of sucks because I was really leaning on Twitter to be the bigger man in all of this, but it looks like even they're starting to fall under the pressure of this vertical video stuff. So yeah, now every time you click on a video, it's this weird kind of like setup, and then you can scroll up to continue looking through videos, which to me makes no sense because you wouldn't get the context of the video without the tweet. I mean, the tweet's in the bottom, but it's just like, it's not an intuitive way to use the app. I don't know why they felt the need to do that, but yeah, they got Twitter too. So yeah. Back to the video. I think the big takeaway from this video is that platforms should just stop trying to be TikTok. Just stop. Please stop. Don't do it anymore, please. Because it's clear that you just can't do it. And to be honest, you shouldn't even want to do it. Miss the old days when each social media platform felt like their own world, you know? They had their own gimmicks, uniquenesses. They offered a pleasantly distinctive way for you to interact with the internet and with your friends. And now with all this vertical video, TikTok stuff, it feels like different sections of the same store. Vertical video this, vertical video that. I'm sick of seeing a different variation of this UI on every app that I use. It's quite played out. to be honest. I'm also sick of seeing quite literally the same exact video just repurposed to every platform since it's all vertical video focused now. So let's just come to the consensus, guys, that TikTok is the best platform for vertical video. And you other guys, you go find your thing, all right? You find the thing that you're best at, all right? Just be better, okay? Speaking of better, you know what makes your internet browsing experience better? Today's sponsor, NordVPN. I'm just kidding, guys. They don't sponsor me. Nobody sponsors me. That'd be crazy if they did, though. That'd be awesome if they did. But anyways, bye, guys. Why are you still here? Bye. Go.